So my last video, I told you all I was really concerned about this building getting gone here before it turns rainy season. This ground out here gets real muddy right here, super muddy and rut up. And I told you that the lady that bought it has not been communicating and that she's had failed attempts at getting a mover for whatever reasons. So things had a turn of events. Yeah, things had a turn of events after the last video. Get these slides run in on the fifth wheel. So after I made that video, I received a phone call, and to my surprise, they were extremely prompted to get the building moved. They knew I had a YouTube channel, and they saw the video. Granddaughter saw the video and got them in gear. Got them in gear. And I've left my fifth wheel parked right here while this has been going on. Not to block it in, but to make sure it's not moved off the property while I'm not home and damages are done. So about 40 minutes ago, I received a phone call again from her. She found a mover. Hallelujah, it's a miracle. And she said they're right on their way right now to come move it, if that was okay with me. Luckily, it was perfect timing. I told her, yeah, absolutely. Tell them to come on right now. And she said they're en route. And so we're gonna get this thing out of here, hopefully right now. I'm excited for it. Well, they're continuing trying to move this building, but they're battling. They're not set up the best in the world. I think she found like probably the cheapest deal she could possibly find to try to move it, which is really risky on her investment because they could damage the building. Well, they hire movers, but I've worked my butt off all day. They needed help. I've been helping maneuver their trailer with my tractor. I had hydraulic house moving jacks for lifting and leveling houses, those big pneumatic air jacks, air over hydraulic. And he had one, but I had more. And I'm not the house mover, but he has some manual jacks, some old school house jacks, but he only had one air over hydraulic. And they found soon their butts was wore out dealing with them old school jacks, and agreed to let me loan them my jacks. So I put in 50% of the work today helping them get this on here. His helper and him got to arguing, and he sent him away to just go get food, drinks, just drive away. And he said, me and Mr. Hightower here, I think we're gonna get this on here. And I said, well, I'm not gonna be responsible. I'll help you, I'm your helper, you're the boss. But I worked my butt off. I don't mind. It helps these people out. I think they didn't have much of a budget to move this as part of the problem. And talking about the lady that hired him, he's not really set up that well for this heavy of a building. But it's on his trailer. It's some hard work due to him and I. It's getting the other back tires put back on the trailer right now. He had to take them off to kind of get the trailer lower to get it underneath there. And it's evening time. He's almost ready to pull out. And I'm actually happy. I don't mind helping people at all. I don't mind at all. Just Number one thing, and y'all always remember this, okay? And I tell my wife this always too, and I've told renters this that I've had problems with in the past, and I've tried to teach them and make them good renters, not only for myself, but maybe for a future place or just in the life period. Communicate. That is the most valuable tool that we have as human beings, is communication. And I don't mean communication of yelling and screaming. That is using common sense, not like what's going on in the world right now. That's yelling and screaming. But diplomatic communications, open, I'm having a problem here, or hey, can I have a few more days, or can you help me? And I am a very open person to help people if they communicate. Always remember that. Communication is the best thing. If you owed your bank and you hid from your bank and don't communicate, they're alarmed, they're mad, and they're going to come take your car, your house, or whatever. But you communicate and stay in touch, and you show your eagerness that you're willing to get something done for it when the opportunity can come right for you. They're going to work with you 9 times out of 10. They're going to work with you. Communicate, communicate. It's the most valuable tool we have as a species. I'm telling you, it's the most valuable thing. So once this lady's communicating, once she saw me communicate to the world about my YouTube video about them, something happened. Did she get the best mover in the world? No. These are nice guys. They're hard-working guys. Are they really equipped for this? No. But I'm willing to help out all I can and lend a helping hand. If I got a tool they can use, whatever they need. And it's happening, and it's just about to pull out of here. Remember, communicate. That I had $13,000 in it, I sold it for $16,500. So I made a little bit of money right there. Then I'd also rented it, and I rented it out to Cap just for 6 months because I knew I was going to move it. I knew it wasn't ever going to stay here. So I rented out to Cap. He stayed in it 6 months. I didn't care if he stayed in a year or 2 years, but he had other plans. 6 months. Well, I made $2,700 in rent during that period of time. Rented it to him dirt cheap. He's a friend. You want to keep a friend, don't do everything for free though. I did a little bit of repairs on it. Moved a wall, put some additional flooring, bought a couple cabinets, bought a piece of countertop. It's around a water line, connected to sewage, you know, no big deal. I can use that in the future for another home, another plan if I want, my RV, anything. Electrical the same. So I don't count that as part of the cost in this house. So there you go, right there. I had the money that I made there, which is what, $3,500, right? And so then with Cap, I made another $2,700. So look there, that's a pretty good little profit, you know. You made a little over $6,000, and you got use out of it, you know. It's for my brother in the beginning, to help my brother out. So it's like I got to help my brother out for free. Even though it wasn't that long because he declined really fast, I worked it to my favor. I lost no money, I made money. You know, I'm not a victim here. I made money. And that is pretty grand. I built a porch. The porch, I'm gonna reuse it. I'll use it on another house. I do still have rentals. I have a place to go with it right now. So, again, I don't sneeze at that amount of money. I won't sneeze at it. Most people in the situations they buy, they would lose. I always calculate. And there we have it, right there. And I don't mind giving this lady a day of my labor to help her movers to get it out. Well, he's down there on the corner, and looks like you loaded out good, man. You got all your stuff stacked in tight.
Yeah, I mean, I have to, because
I seen you the bill for me loading all these concrete blocks for you.
well, I mean, I know I appreciate it, because I wouldn't have it done yet, you know. So
Oh man.
I definitely appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
It's been a day. I worked pretty hard helping them. Yeah, but it's done. It's gone. It's off my property. Thanks to YouTube. Yeah, thanks to YouTube. YouTube kicked them off my property. Thank you, YouTube. So it turned out, you know, that's all it needed. It was just a little boost, a little nudge, maybe a little public shaming. But it's done, and we're happy. It's another step back towards our freedom again. We are trying to downsize our life. Nobody feels sorry for us. We're not having bad luck, really. We're wanting to downsize anyway. We're wanting some renters out of a couple of houses anyway. Actually, cards are kind of playing out well, man. It's like I'm really having blessings. I mean, just to be honest, I'm really having blessings here. I wanted the tiny home sold. It's sold. I made a profit on it, and that's not bad, right? That's not bad, because it could have lost money on it, you know. It could have devalued. It could have got tore up, or nobody might have wanted a secondhand tiny home. So I'm lucky. I made a little money, not big money, but a little money, and there's nothing wrong with that. And so that's progress towards our plan. You know, it's all the cards are in place. They're all falling right where they should. And the same thing over at my late brother's house. We wanted those people gone because we really needed to not have that property as a rental. Yes, they did damage there. I've already overcome that, and I'm not going to dwell on that part of it. The fact is, I'm investing money into it that's going to give me a return, and how can you argue on that? We really cleaned the place up. It's looking beautiful. I've worked a lot of hours over there, hence why you're seeing less videos. But I'm working for mine, my wife, my children, my grandchild, everybody's future, because I shouldn't just think always of myself. If I leave this world, I want to leave them something to make their lives a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more stress-free as well, as long as they don't waste it on junk. That's the only thing I hope, is to not waste it on junk, stuff that devalues. Be smart, be wise. And just remember always, assets, hard assets, are way better than cash or anything like that. I'd like to talk a little bit about that that's going on, or maybe I'll put it in a video here soon. Also, I want to share with you the court hearing that I had on Zoom of evicting those people or getting a judgment on them. Of course, it was done on Zoom and it was through YouTube, so it's kind of really with the public anyway. So it's not like I'm going to be exposing somebody out there, because it's public anyway. When you got someone in court, it's public. So I've got it partially made. I didn't get a chance to finish editing it, and I will get that out to you also. But let me tell you, we're not having like streaks of bad luck. It's called blessings in disguise. Blessings in disguise. Remember that, because I've always been fortunate in my life to think steps ahead, and I always tend to come out on top. Very rare did I come out with a losing hand, but I've been lucky for that. I really try to put my mind into what I do, and I've lived a free life, free of punching a time clock my entire life. I've been able to travel for about half of my adult life. I've been able to travel around, and I've lived a blessed life, and I'm still living a blessed life, just to be honest. But I'm going to tell you, it's from hard work. Hard work. I'm not scared to get dirty. I'm not scared to sweat. And I'm not scared to jump out there and and throw myself into a project that I can foresee a good outcome with. And it's left me a very free, blessed life. That's part of the reason I wanted to share this channel with you all in the beginning. I want to show you that there's a chance that you can work for yourself and still live and be free. It's not always going to be perfect. You're going to run into problems. That's life. That is life. You're going to run into problems. But don't let it stop you. Don't let it shatter down your dreams. I'm at the point that I want to lessen down responsibility because I want to get out and enjoy a little bit more. I want to tilt those scales from having to work so much to less work, and over here a little bit more enjoyment at this point in my life. And you can do that. So appreciate everybody's comments out there. I got a good laugh out of the comments from one saying drag it to the street. I would never do that. I wouldn't destroy somebody's personal property. I'm not a vengeful person like that. But it was entertaining to see a lot of your responses of what you would do. And so what I did is I put it out to the YouTube court, and the YouTube court ruled, get that house off James's property. So I hope everybody's doing well out there. I hope you have a blessed night, evening. Remember, kiss and hug your loved ones. And remember, tomorrow always brings a new day with new opportunities.